You can always crop it.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. You
edit
always.
it out. All right. So first off, we'll start off with how long has the family been farming the land? I know they said 6 generations.
Well, actually, the grandson that I was telling you about a bit, their oldest now, that he's helping out some on the farm. I guess you could kind of call him a farmer, and he's 7th generation.
Well, yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the 7th generation to actually live on this land that I've been able to track back. I get back to a certain stop in the generations, which is 7 generations back, and I haven't been able to get anything further than that. I found out when I was doing my genealogy research that my husband's mini great-grandfather that owned the land 7 generations back, that whoever was before him, all the records were destroyed in a fire when the Yadkin County courthouse burned to the ground. So that was back in the 1700s, late 1700s.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
So we haven't been able to, before that, this land was actually, it was Surrey County back then. That was back before Yadkin County was actually formed. So it's hard to get information back further than that.
So as long as y'all been here, how has the size of the farm changed? Have y'all acquired more? Or
We've acquired some of it back that was original. Originally, back 7 generations ago, the family owned the land from about a mile to a mile and a half north of here and all the way down to the Yadkin River. That's why that area down there at the bottom near the river is actually called Dinkin's Bottoms.
Down here, where we're camping out?
No, down at the river, at the Yadkin River, down 421.
So what river are we at? Is this a river or is this
This right here is Harmon Creek.
It's Harmon
Okay.
Creek.
Yeah, it's Harmon Creek.
And
So
that's
the name of it is Harmon Creek. That's why the farm is named Harmon Creek.
Okay, that makes sense now. See, I ain't gonna lie, I was down there telling the boys, like, it's a nice river, ain't it?
Yeah, it's really just great.
I say, I really don't know anything. All this is new, I couldn't keep the wood stove going down there. That's about as good as I'm at camp.
Oh, it's a good start. At least stay warm.
Yeah,
That's right.
it. With the size changing, I know that he explained a little bit of it, that right at COVID that it was looking really bad, and Hipcamp kind of.
Well, yeah, we had started out, 6 years ago, things were looking kind of bleak financially, and we were actually in talks with a neighbor about possibly selling off some of the farm that we had acquired at auction that used to be part of the original farm. We had bought it back, and then taxes came in and everything else. And so we were actually in talks with someone else, and we came home that night, and my husband and I just prayed that God would give us an answer. And we didn't know really what to do, and we both cried and prayed and went to bed, and I woke up the next morning and went into the den. I'll never forget, sat down and started my Bible reading, and my phone went off. It blinged over something. And there was something on Facebook, and I didn't hardly go on Facebook very much. But I opened it up, and I started scrolling through Facebook, and this thing came up for Hipcamp. I thought, what in the world is Hipcamp? And I had no idea. So
And we had already had some friends already staying here, coming in, just camping, just get away, during the whole COVID shutdown and everything.
Right.
Since all the state parks were closed, everything was closed. So we already had a couple of friends stay down here on the creek. Well, then she comes across this Hipcamp thing.
I saw that. I didn't really know. I just knew that it was out of California. And my best friend at the time lives in California. So I picked up the phone and I called Heidi, and I said, I want you to look something up for me. I said, there's this company or whatever.
See if it's actually
I'm not
legit.
sure if it's legit or not, called Hipcamp. Would you contact them and see what you can find out? A couple days later, she called me and she said, yeah, apparently they're really legit. There's a lady named Andrea. She wants to talk to you because they're trying to expand more out on the East Coast. Would you be willing to talk to her? I said, well, yeah, sure. So she gave me a phone number. And I called the lady, real nice lady, and she said, I'll tell you what, she said, I'll send a man out there, and you can talk to him, and he can look over, he can give you any ideas as to whether or not this would be suitable to make it a hip camp. Okay, fine. So about a month passed, actually, and I'd forgotten all about it until I got this text from this gentleman that he told me who he was. He said he was with Hipcamp, that he was going to be in the area in a week or two, I can't remember exactly when, and would like to come by and set up a campsite, take a few pictures, see what was going on here, and then maybe, let us know if it was going to be feasible to make this a hippie camp or not. Well, he showed up, and really nice guy. He set up his little one-man tent, and he got some something. Was it sausages? I can't remember exactly now what it was. He got something.
We just started doing the meat and stuff too.
And he started, and he had pictures of it, grilling it out on his little fire pit down there on number 2, right where you are. That was the very first campsite. Yeah, that was
awesome.
it.
Yeah,
And so he took some pictures and stuff and came up. He said, "Yeah," he said, "I really think that this thing is good." He said, "I think people would really enjoy coming out here." He said, "And you people are real, and people are looking for real." So he contacted Andrea back, and then they got it together and had me sign the necessary stuff to get it in the works. And they set it up. Well, the first year was when COVID hit. And
we did 3 sites?
And it was we started getting more interest, so we started another site. So then we had number 1 and number 2, and then we kept getting more people coming in because we only had 2 sites. And they said, "Can't you put more sites in?" So so my son, he goes down there along the creek, then he put in number 3, which is now number 5. We've had to redo everything. And it's just, that's how it worked. People would contact me and say, "Do you have anything, or can you see?" We can't get in at any of the state parks because they're all closed. We're
and all the other RV campgrounds. I mean, used to when we started camping back in 2016. Again, me and my wife and my kid, you could call down there, within 2 weeks and get a site.
Yeah.
Now, no, you got places now that books out. We got a site for Memorial Day. And we were like one of the last sites, but that's for next year.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, you can't get into RV places. But then again, a place like this, it's not a campground. I mean, you're not up on top of nobody.
Y'all have campers down there as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yep. Yeah, whenever it's dry. Until we can get all the rest of everything graveled and stuff, But yeah, we got several that comes in with little smaller off-grid campers, little RVs and stuff. What was that last one? It was like one of them no-goes or something. Them things out there, it's like 24 foot. They set up shop down there, and they had a best of time.
You had, what was it, some kind of solar panels on top of it?
Yeah,
or something?
It's on your Hipcamp.
Is it?
I
Yep.
believe so, and then so is the sausage cooking on the
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
See, I wondered if that was a generic picture, and I was like, man,
No,
No.
every picture on there is all straight from here.
yeah, that's awesome.
Out there's all of them that campers actually
Majority
took
of
and put them
Y'all
on.
hear them?
Yeah, I'd say 99% of the pictures that are on there now were taken by campers
That's
that
awesome.
came in, and we just allowed them to just post them on there, and they did.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I'm doing better than I'm doing video.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Let's get to the fun stuff. What's fueling the farm? I know we were talking about Hipcamp. What's fueling the farm besides the camping, the livestock, and crops? Is there certain crops you're getting? I know you said something about wool.
Right now we're dabbling into the fiber market where we're actually getting our wool back and we're spinning wool, and we're actually going to we're making products. We're making like the beanies and scarves and ear warmers and stuff,
Right.
which we're going to plan on launching it this next after New Year's and stuff. As soon as we get a little bit more time. Right now is our off season, so we actually get a little bit more time to, dabble into other stuff.
Unless we show up.
Yeah, well, we enjoy every camper we get because, people don't understand how much we actually really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because, you got to think in the off season of the farm ain't getting paid nothing.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I was thinking
we ain't got nothing on that.
on.
Right. So dealing with our meats and everything, we really pride ourselves on our beef and our pork, and now with the meat rabbits, and then soon we'll be launching next year the the chicken production
Yeah,
and stuff. As soon as I get my licenses and everything for that, then I'll be able to sell the chicken and stuff too. So it'll be awesome.
we're learning stuff today. You got to get a license to sell chicken.
Well, yeah, I had to have my meat hunter's license and stuff too for my logo and everything to be able to sell my beef and my pork.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I say, hey, I'm learning.
Yeah, see, all that there, you have to go through the government, through they have to come out and inspect your coolers for actually getting it from the processor here. You got to inspect your freezers for certain temps and all that stuff.
So, and then you're also doing hay as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I started doing the hay. What was that? That was COVID. That was 2019. I started it, and well, I guess 2020. I started the hay, and now I'm starting to venture more out of regular fescue hay, going more to specialty like orchard and alfalfa. I mean, so that way the others, you know, everybody's got fescue, but not everybody's got the other kinds.
Don't get me to lie. I don't know.
So I mean, we really enjoy it. We do. I mean, it's hard work, but it's you feel accomplished at the end of the day. So
that being your income, so what does it cost to run this farm? Is it? I know
More than we're taking in right now.
yeah, more than we're taking in right now. I'm having to dabble into my actual daytime jobs and stuff like that to keep stuff going too. Man, that is hard to.
With livestock and stuff, it's really hard to
It-
really keep track.
Yeah, because you
what's
never know when
coming
you're going to
up.
have a sick one, or you never know when the market's going to hit wrong. I mean, every year it's a little bit different. It's like this year I'm having to replace a lot of fencing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the cost of that, you know, I can't really set it up for a monthly cost of running. But cost of running, you really just look at your feed. You know, in the wintertime, you got to manage your feed bill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so you got to factor in your feed. And you got to factor in your power, of course, you know, and everything. But mainly, I don't know, what are you thinking? Probably about 5 a month.
Oh, you ain't got to put a number on it. No. I'm just wondering, like,
It's gonna.
It's hard to tell.
It's really hard to tell when you're farming. Now, if I was doing one thing, I could easily be like, okay, like that.
Yeah.
But see, dealing with what all we deal with, I mean, even with like, you never know when equipment's going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So you need that little bit of a safety net because you never know when something's going to happen. I mean, you can be out there baling hay or something, and you got to back on, you know, a spindle or a shear bolt shear off and tear up something.
I hate when that happens.
Then you're sitting out there in the field like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? You know. So, and it always happens on a Saturday at 5 o'clock when nothing is open.
There you go. That's it.
So,
Well, he's right in that you never really know what it is, but I can tell you unequivocally that God bringing Hipcamp into our lives and us allowing people to come here and meeting them, we have been blessed.
oh yeah, with new friendships and financially with it.
It's been a blessing in both ways. It really has.
I
In
mean-
every possible way, it has been such a blessing. We've met people from all over. We've had people here from Russia,
New Zealand.
New Zealand, India, that come over here and then they decide that they're going to like backpack. You hear about people going to Europe and backpacking through Europe, right? Okay, well, have you ever heard of people coming from over there and backpacking over here?
Not really.
Or
Yeah,
just
they are.
coming over?
Oh,
Well,
we've had people come here and
we
then they
get
start backpacking up in Boone, go all the way up the Appalachian Trail.
My
I mean, or you got people
Yeah.
that come here. A lot of people like to come to stay here because we have such great hiking close by. Because
Okay.
we have everything from Pilot Mountain, you got Hanging Rock, you got Stone Mountain, and you're really short drive from Boone up there from Devil's Outlook and everything too up there on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're really in a really good area right here, especially for people from Charlotte or something. You know, you drive an hour out here, and then you're within 45 minutes, or whatever, or 30 minutes from a couple of really great hiking spots. So I mean, it's really eventually with all our land back here in the back, I really want to put in a hiking trail back there, but I mean, it's nothing like going to Stone Mountain or something. You know.
I mean, I don't think I've
But-
heard. We did, I guess the pink flags or the property line.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
walked the ridge up to the pink flags. All that.
Well, it's got one. What it is I've got one piece of property up there that I've been trying to buy for a long, long time. But it's one little strip right in the middle of the farm. So I mean, and well, we own all the way around it. Yeah.
Nobody don't want to give up on it.
Well, it's in a trust.
Oh, okay.
So when it's in a trust, you got a lot of different signatures. It's got to be okay through.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's not really pressing. They're not, as long as nobody wants to build in it and stuff. I'm fine, whatever.
All right.
But
Your time here, how financially has it changed? Did it get better, or has it got worse, or has it always been like kind of like you never know? Kind of.
Well, as I said before, Hipcamp has helped. Having people come in and then buying the meats and just staying with us and just invest. We've had people that have just said, you know, I want to give you a donation or whatever. Especially during the summertime when we'll do hay rides and stuff like that. And you know, people just, I want to give you a donation toward the feed for the animals or toward this or that. You know.
And speaking of
so
donation, especially with like Helene, when Helene went through, so we loaded up a trailer and me and my wife went up there and donated our time and so we took a whole load of supplies and stuff up there for them. We set up a trailer right here. You would not believe the amount of water and just everything from feed, dog food, canned foods, everything. We filled up a whole cattle trailer and took it up there.
So is Harmon Creek Farm, is it really known in Yadkin?
It's starting to. It used to not.
Yeah.
It used to not be, but over the past 5 years, it's really starting to get a name for itself.
Sweet. Yeah.
I mean, now that we started showing in the fairs and everything, doing the sheep showing and everything, and got my boys into the showing and stuff too, which there will be getting into 4-H when they get of age. But doing that, getting involved. I mean, she's with the FSA, so we work a little bit with Davidson County and stuff, and we do a little 4-H program. We participate in there and bring pigs down there for their ag by the slice for all the, 5th graders? Yeah, it's all their 5th graders down there, and they bring them all out there to the fairground, and they do different stations down there about what's all on your pizza. So you got all these different animals and stuff and everything, and it says what comes from that animal goes on your pizza. So we go out there and we participate in that, and it's really fun.
I wish I'd had that. I wouldn't have found out, pepperoni came from pigs until I was like in 8th grade when I found that out, and I was like, y'all lying.
You would be amazed about how people don't know.
I swear my grandma told me, or my grandpa told me they were from goats.
From goats?
That's what I really thought, that pepperoni was goat.
I mean, I guess it could be.
I don't know. Did you make it?
You can make anything. It's just spices.
Yeah, that's true.
I hear it.
Well, maybe she
Don't trust the pepperoni.
maybe she was feeding you goat pepperoni. I don't know.
I swear that's what she told me, and I was like, I don't know about pepperoni pizza. I'm gonna try cheese. All right. What's the role? I mean, this is really more the last question. We ain't got to worry about a tour because it's kind of late, and I might just walk around in the morning.
No, we'll be out in the morning anyway.
Okay. Who does what on the farm? What's the roles like? Because I know y'all say
she's the boss lady.
Okay.
She's the boss lady. Okay. All right. This right here is the owner boss lady. All right. She more or less does all the admin. If you talk to people on Hipcamp, it's more than likely first probably going to be her, and then if you get a lot of really fast messages, then it's going to be her. So, but more or less, she's like, hey, we need this, we need this, we need this. Me, I'm the operator.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm the one, and I like to be behind the scenes anyway. Mm-hmm. I do mainly all the upkeep, the mowing, the trimming, the helping out with the firewood, going and getting loads of firewood, helping splitting that kind of thing. I take care of all the meat. I take our livestock to the processor. I go back up there and I get the meat back, and I do all the packing, inventory, stuff like that. If people want to order meat and stuff, I'll meet them down here. I'll get all the orders together and all that kind of thing.
So when I want to get some meat in the future without camping, I can just
I'll give you a card and everything too. And that way, all you gotta do is message us and I can hook you up.
All right. Hook me up.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
and then I also do mainly all the farm work, doing all the hay and all that kind of stuff. My dad, he helps me whenever he can, and but when you get up there in age, some days you just don't feel like it.
Oh yeah. The property me and my wife were given is 11 acres total, and so her grandfather's 75 years old.
Oh yeah.
So mowing the grass.
So some days you can, some days not so much.
And honestly, it's more so not so much lately.
Oh
I
yeah.
understand where you're coming from, 100%.
Oh yeah. And then she's more or less she's the poker in the back. I guess that's what you call it.
I take care of the animals mostly.
but yeah, she takes care. She's got vet tech experience and everything. She actually, when we met, she actually was working at UT. So she's got a lot of vet med and stuff under her belt.
What is UT?
University of Tennessee.
Okay.
The veterinary medical school.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. She's got her vet tech certifications and stuff. She actually used to work with veterinary and stuff. And anyway, so anytime I get anything sick or we go buy something or anything, she's always doing the quarantine, checking them out, make sure everything's good, you know, bring them healthy back and all that kind of stuff.
And make sure we
And-
to keep everybody upkept. Make
And-
sure
and-
that there's no weight dropping, and make sure they got what they need.
Yep, and then when it deals with our AR program for our cattle, she's the one that's researching all the genetics and all that stuff to find out what exactly we want out of our beef and stuff. So she can actually determine which bull to go with and everything to actually get the optimal best meat that we can actually produce.
Now, is that like you like take something from the cow and you're like looking through a microscope?
Oh no, it's just reading numbers.
It's
Yeah.
stats.
It's all the statistics on it.
Huh.
It's like whenever a bull goes in to their programs on either Select Sire or ABS, they all of their birthing, all their calves and everything, they have all their stats from them. So they know exactly if it's going to be, you know, the weaning weights, the calving ease, if it's a smaller frame calf, and which you want with, you know, what we got is commercial Angus right now. I mean, they're not like a really huge big boned, you know, cow like a Hereford is. So you want a calving ease kind of thing. So,
Cavities.
yep.
All right. I say I'm learning. Hey, this is all new. I wish I was writing it down, to be honest. I mean, I kind
It's
of.
kind of like stats for football players. You know, they have their how many touchdowns and all that mess. Same way with cows.
Okay,
Yep.
so we need a bunch of Tom Brady's.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. And then we're gonna have all Tom Brady calves.
Yeah, you just
Okay,
don't
I
want
got it.
any. You just don't want any Delhomes.
Yeah, no doubt. I ain't heard that name in so long. That's what that's so funny. It's so bad.
It was. That's what I said. No, you want to push that down to the side, man.